Ever wondered if she's into you but not quite sure? Well, you're about to find out. We're about to embark on a journey, deciphering the unspoken signs a woman might be throwing your way, even if she's trying to hide it. Join us as we dive into the mysterious world of hidden attraction signals. First up, a simple but powerful sign: she's always around. It's like magic, isn't it? No matter where you go, whether it's to a party, a club, or even just the local coffee shop, she seems to be there. Coincidence? Maybe. But if it happens more often than not, it might be something much more meaningful. You see, when a woman likes a man, she'll often find excuses to be in his vicinity. This is because, quite simply, she enjoys his company. She might not always directly interact with you, but she'll want to share the same space, feel the same energy. That's the power of attraction working its magic. Now, this doesn't mean that she'll stalk you or invade your privacy. No, it's more subtle than that. She might show up at events you're attending, or perhaps she'll start hanging out at places where you often go. It's her way of saying, "Hey, I'm here, I'm interested," without actually saying it out loud. This behavior is rooted in our psychology. Humans are social creatures, and we naturally gravitate towards people we like. So, if you find her popping up in your surroundings more than expected, it might not be just a happy accident. But remember, context is key. Don't jump to conclusions based on this sign alone. It's best when combined with other signs that we'll discuss later. So if you notice her being around more often than not, it's a good sign she's interested. Sign number 2 is all about the jitters. That's right, we're talking about the nervousness factor. You see, when someone is attracted to another person, often there's a bit of anxiety that comes into play. It's a natural response to wanting to make a good impression. Let's dive a bit deeper into this. One of the most prominent signs of nervousness is body language. If she's fidgeting, playing with her hair, or avoiding direct eye contact, these might be indications that she's a bit uneasy around you. Why? Well, she might be trying to hide her feelings, and that's causing her some discomfort. Next up, speech patterns. If she's stumbling over her words, talking extremely fast, or her voice is slightly higher than usual, these could be signs of nervousness. It's as if her emotions are getting the best of her, and they're manifesting in her speech. And then there are the other telltale signs. Maybe she's overthinking her responses, or she's extra careful about what she says, or perhaps she's laughing a little too hard at your jokes. These are all signs that she might be trying to hide her feelings for you. But here's the thing. These signs aren't definitive proof. They're just indicators that there might be something more to your relationship. So if you notice her displaying these signs, it might be worth exploring those feelings further. Remember, it's the little nervous tics that often reveal the biggest secrets. Moving on to sign number 3, the eye contact. Now this is a big one. The eyes, they say, are the windows to the soul. They can reveal a lot about a person's feelings and intentions. The first one is the shy glance. When she steals glances at you but quickly looks away when you catch her eye, that's a clear indicator. Number 2, pupils don't lie. When someone's attracted to you, their pupils dilate. It's a subconscious response to excitement and interest. In many cases, if a person is making consistent and meaningful eye contact with you, it can suggest that they are engaged in the conversation and potentially interested in getting to know you better. While prolonged eye contact can be a sign of interest, it's essential to consider other factors, such as their body language, tone of voice, and overall behavior, to get a more accurate understanding of their feelings or intentions. Sign number 4 comes with a chuckle, the laughter test. You know, laughter is a universal language of connection, a shared moment of joy and amusement. But it can also be a subtle sign of interest, especially when it comes to the romantic realm. Imagine you're sharing your day, cracking jokes, some funny, well, let's just say, you won't be doing stand-up comedy anytime soon. Yet she's laughing. Not just polite, obligatory giggles, but genuine, unabashed laughter. This is the laughter test. It's not about the quality of your jokes, but the quality of her response. A woman who laughs at your jokes, even the not-so-funny ones, is trying to connect, trying to show that she's on the same wavelength. It's an unspoken compliment, an affirmation that she enjoys your company and your sense of humor. So remember, if she's laughing with you, she's likely falling for you. Next up, sign number 5, the compliments. Now we all love a good compliment, don't we? But when it comes from a certain someone, it might just carry a bit more weight. That's because compliments are a universal language of admiration, and when a woman compliments a man, it often means she's paying attention and appreciates something about him. It might be something as simple as a casual, nice shirt, or as thoughtful as, you have a great sense of humor. These compliments might seem trivial, but they're her way of expressing her interest without being too obvious. And let's delve a bit deeper here. If her compliments are about your character, your talents, or your unique quirks, that's even more telling. These are personal. They're intimate. She's not just noticing your surface-level attributes, she's appreciating who you are beneath the surface. That's a sign of genuine interest. But remember, context is key. If she's a naturally complimentary person, she might just be spreading positivity. However, if she's singling you out for praise, or if her compliments are more personal or frequent than they are for others, then you've got her attention. So pay attention to her words. They might be revealing more than you think. Compliments are like little breadcrumbs leading you to her interest. So if she's praising you, it's a clear sign she's noticing you in a special way. Sign number 6 is all about touch. Now this might seem obvious, but it's worth mentioning because it can be quite subtle. Physical touch is one of the most powerful forms of communication, and it's a key indicator of interest or attraction. Most often, a woman who likes you will find ways to touch you, even if it's just a light tap on the arm or a playful nudge. It could be as simple as brushing off a lint from your jacket, or reaching out to touch your arm during a conversation. These small gestures might seem insignificant, but they're not. They are her non-verbal way of expressing her interest in you. Now it's important to remember that not all touches are created equal. A friendly pat on the back from a buddy is different from a tender touch from someone who might be interested in you romantically. It's all about the context and the way it's done. Is her touch lingering a little longer than necessary? Is it filled with warmth? If so, these are good signs. Also, it's worth noting that not everyone is comfortable with touch, so if she's making an effort to initiate it, it's a clear sign she's comfortable around you, and perhaps even attracted to you. So, pay attention to these subtle cues. If she's finding ways to touch you, she's probably trying to tell you something. The final sign, number 7, is playing hot and cold. Well, it's when someone shows intense interest one moment and then pulls away the next. It can be confusing and frustrating, but don't worry. We've got some insights to help you out. They might be afraid of getting hurt again after a past relationship. Or perhaps they're unsure about their own feelings. It could also be a way to test your level of interest. So, how should you handle this roller coaster of emotions? It's essential to stay true to yourself and your own needs while being understanding. Communicate openly, but don't push too hard. Give them space when needed, and remember, you deserve someone who's consistent and appreciates your worth. Thank you for tuning in, and if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. We've got plenty more relationship advice coming your way.